Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and well, you've seen this coming. Yeah, you've definitely seen this coming, people. I really don't know what to say on, of course, on this part. Well, except for one thing. It's pretty much that time again. The time that we're actually gonna dive into a much more dark part to one of the biggest companies that's been around for a long time now. Yeah. I think you can pretty much see where I'm getting at, though part of me is slightly disappointed that we have to touch upon these again. But then again, seeing how we're nearly about 5 months in, I think it's about time that we finally get ourselves back to, of course, pretty much the one thing that me and everyone else seem to really admire for sure. So yeah. I guess, quite frankly, yeah, I guess since after the past few months, since we've dove right into, of course, several movies that we have seen from, of course, well, Universal, Warner Brothers, and, of course, Sony, and, of course, a bit of Paramount, I think it's about time that we finally get ourselves back into seeing something that is, of course, made by good old-fashioned Disney. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say on that, and you know, it's actually a good thing too, because as of this year, if you have missed out on the past several thoughts videos that I did for the past few months, I did mention that currently, as of this year, Disney is already celebrating its 100th anniversary, so hooray! So yeah, I think it's about time that I finally get ourselves back into Disney, and yes, I do know that I did actually pretty much branch out with these guys again, but particularly on the Marvel Studios side when I talked about Ant-Man 3, so. But I think it makes sense to dive back into Disney pretty much as normal for sure, So yeah, and of course, given to, of course, what I'm going to be talking about, it actually makes sense for sure, So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so seeing how we're finally getting ourselves back into Disney for sure, am I going to talk about some of the new stuff from their animation divisions as normal? Well, not particularly just yet, but that won't come until later on for sure, but I'm still looking forward to it, so. No, but what I'm gonna do instead is, of course, well, I did talk about them several times in, of course, my thoughts videos, and boy, it looks like seeing how I have hit that fatigue for quite some time now. I'm not looking forward to talking about those for sure, but it's my job to actually do so I might as well do it anyway. I think it's about time that we dive ourselves back into the Disney live-action remakes. Yeah. Seems like I'm actually pretty much diving back into the host of the gang, and well, if you actually know me for sure, if you have seen several of my thoughts videos that I did for quite some time now, you would definitely know that I do have a love-hate relationship with the Disney live-action remakes, but a little more emphasis on the hate as opposed to the love for sure, but hey, I think you can pretty much get where I'm going at, but still, yeah, don't get me wrong, I do know for the fact that there are some Disney live-action remakes for sure that are definitely good for sure, many of which I've actually seen over the years, like, of course, Jungle Book is still definitely one of my favorites, and let's not forget to mention Cinderella, Pete's Dragon, Christopher Robin, and even Cruella, the latter of which I did already talk about a couple of years ago, I thought were actually really good. But the rest I have to say, they can actually range from mediocre at best to just, well, plain bad for sure. And, well, I guess for the past few years right but now, I'm starting to hit that Disney live-action remake fatigue for sure, so. So, yeah. I guess you can pretty much see where I'm going at for sure, so. So, yeah. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I guess seeing how I am probably not looking forward to the Disney live-action remakes for sure, let alone talking about them. I know a lot of you guys are expecting me to, of course, finally rip apart and, of course, talk how bad the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid that's coming up next month is going to be, and don't worry about a thing, I know for sure I'm not looking forward to that, hands down, and I will definitely, probably give you my thoughts about it once I do actually go see it. But until that comes around, I think it makes sense to jump into the Disney live-action remake trend pretty much a month early for sure, and actually talk about the latest one that had just hit Disney Plus as of recently, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I can do in the meantime, and of course, well, I guess if anything, today's movie I'm going to be talking about is, of course, well, what I'm going to be talking about here today, so yeah, in case you actually are quite curious to know, I think it's about time that we dive right into the latest Disney live-action remake with, of course, well, obviously the latest one that had just hit Disney Plus as of now, which is none other than Peter Pan and Wendy, so yeah, it is, of course, the latest movie that had just hit Disney Plus as of now, and, of course, pretty much of anything, it actually serves as, of course, a bit of a loose remake, but still fall into the category of the Disney live-action remakes, and, of course, pretty much the story that we all know, which is, of course, Peter Pan, so yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I'm talking about here today, so yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so before I can go ahead and talk about this latest movie, I think it's actually quite fitting that I should, well, give out my history on, of course, Peter Pan for sure, and, well, I guess it's quite obvious that we do know the story of Peter Pan for sure, just the good old-fashioned story of course, the boy who would never grow up, and yeah, that's pretty much about it, and yeah, nothing much else I can say about this story that hasn't been said a whole lot for sure. I think I know the story of Peter Pan, you know the story of Peter Pan, we all know the story of Peter Pan for sure, so yeah, and of course the story has been retold several times for sure, pretty much on screen, on stage, and that's just to name a few for sure. And of course it is quite obvious, seeing of how I did mention Disney, I think it is quite obvious that Disney has, of course, told that story for sure, so yeah, quite frankly, we all know the original animated feature film from, of course, way back in 1953, and yeah, I think it's quite obvious that I, too, have actually grown up with, of course, pretty much the said movie, which actually got me to know the actual story for Peter Pan for sure, and yeah, as a kid, I really love the original animated feature film for sure. Yeah, I really do love the incredible story, the amazing and interesting characters, the colorful and breathtaking animation, and of course the incredible music and the songs for sure, so yeah, I guess it's quite obvious that I really do enjoy it as a kid, and as of now, as an adult, I still love it even to this day for sure, so yeah, I guess it's quite obvious on the hat front for sure, so yeah. Alright, so I guess if anything, pretty much, yeah, I guess going back to the subject right before this jump cut. yeah, I guess it's quite obvious that out of many feature films that I actually really love, let alone anime feature films from Disney, I do know Peter Pan is definitely one of them for sure, and yeah, I think with other things that Disney has done with Peter Pan for sure, some of which have actually turned out good, others split down the middle, while of course the rest is of course just plain bad, But regardless, of course, on that front, I do know Peter Pan actually does hold a place in my heart whenever I think of some really, really great animated movies from Disney for sure. So yeah. And of course, when I actually heard the news that this decided to join the trend in, of course, the Disney live-action remakes, I think I was pretty much a big skeptical, of course, how they'll pull it off for sure, and I knew right away when I first saw the trailers, yeah, I think something tells me I wasn't too excited to actually see it. I thought, I mean, you thought the live-action Little Mermaid remake was going to be pretty much crappy beyond belief. Well, it seems like based on the trailers, I kind of thought this movie would actually pretty much doing a first for sure, So yeah, I knew right away from the trailers I wasn't really that excited to actually see it for sure, so yeah, that's what kind of turned me off for sure, and yeah. I guess it's what I can say on that front, but regardless of course that front, I've still decided to give it a fair shot to see on how they'll pull it off for sure. Maybe it might give us something good, or maybe it'd be what I was expecting and get a massive train wreck altogether, or maybe somewhere in between for sure. So yeah, and of course I did manage to fire up Disney Plus as we pretty much right around earlier tonight, and I've actually decided to give it a watch for myself, and well, I did come out of course, seeing it all the way through, and I guess this begs the question, what do I think of this one? Well, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know for sure this movie is not good from what I can gather, but I am grateful it's not as bad as I would turn out to be, So yeah, I didn't expect this movie to be good or even as terrible as I wanted it to be. But I guess it's safe to say I'm somewhere split down the middle for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does have some stuff that clearly doesn't work and just doesn't tie into, of course, what I love about the original animated feature film. But at the same time, I do admire some things that that are actually pretty welcome for sure. So yeah, I think pretty much what I got is, of course, well, a mediocre remake altogether. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so yeah, now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for sure, So yeah, I guess for starters is, of course, the story behind this movie, and well, I can't give credit for one thing. It does actually try to do something different from, of course, the original anime feature film for sure, So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's still pretty much the same old story that we all know and love, but again, it does actually do some stuff that is actually differing for sure, rather than just be a copy and paste of the original animated feature film for sure, So yeah, that part I'm actually really welcomed by for sure, and I actually really do admire. But at the same time, though, it does also include some stuff that really doesn't work to me, and I won't give away everything that goes on because I don't want to spoil the entire movie for sure, But hey, if you actually have seen the movie for sure, you'll definitely know exactly what I'm talking about for sure, So yeah, I guess it's what I can say for, of course, that matter for sure, So yeah, I guess story-wise, it does have some really nice changes from the original story that I do think is welcomed. But at the same time, I just kind of felt like really divided me all the way, and I just don't think pretty much is best suited for a Peter Pan movie altogether. So yeah, and of course for the writing, I have to say again, pretty much if anything, the film's writing. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it does have some stuff in it that are actually welcome changes, but at the same time, though, I just kind of felt is, of course, well, maybe I think it could have, used maybe 1 or 2 more rewrites for sure to make it all the more fantastic for sure, So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say on that. Maybe I think it could have been rewritten a whole lot more, but yeah, I guess to me, the writing, I have to say, yeah, some parts of it work, the rest not so much for sure, so yeah. I think it's what I can say for, of course, that front for sure, so yeah, I think it's what I can say for, of course, the story and the writing for, of course, this film. Again, does have some good ideas, yes, but really drives itself away to, of course, throw in some stuff that is, well, not needed at best, So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and move on to the next couple of things for sure, and that being, of course, the characters, and yeah, I mean, in all honesty, I think I really do admire the characters, and of course the original story and the animated feature film, and just by seeing them, I actually do get a full understanding and actually have a good grip on, of course, what makes them likable and interesting. But I guess for the case of this one, I'm not getting it at all. Pretty much none of the characters I have to say have actually got a really good sense of course, likability and, of course, well, interest and stuff to actually make them very compelling characters for sure, so yeah. And yeah, I think, if anything, I do kind of feel the bit of development that we got for sure just kind of felt unneeded in its entirety, and I really don't think I would really follow through in any way, shape, or form with, of course, any of these for sure, so yeah, I guess it's all what I can say for, of course, the characters for sure, and as, of course, another thing I should mention, which are, of course, the actors playing all these characters. Well, I mean, I will have to say, pretty much most, if not all of them, I just kind of felt were incredibly miscasted for sure, so I mean, yeah, I will give them credit. They are trying their best to make this material work, but yeah, to me, I just don't think they actually have the good sense of pretty much charm and charisma to make their acting compelling. I just kind of felt off put it by, of course, any of these, and yeah, I think it's what I can say for, of course, all those for sure. Like, maybe I think probably I think maybe a few more takes to, of course, get these pretty much these performances right for sure, but in all honesty, I just kind of felt they were off-putting to me for sure, so yeah. I think you can pretty much see where I'm getting at for sure. The characters, I will admit, are not that likable or interesting, and the actors gave off some not really compelling performances to me for sure, so yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can say on that matter. Alright, so I guess seeing how I already got done with those two for sure, what else is there for me to talk about for sure? Well, actually quite a whole lot for sure. I think for starters, pretty much of anything, the visuals and the effects in this film for starters, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I think, probably from, of course, what I'm seeing visually, I do think the film is, of course, probably best looking for sure. I think, probably from, of course, what I've actually seen, I really do admire the really good amount of flying scenes they incorporate for sure through some really nice effects and stuff. And yeah, even I'll admit, Neverland actually is actually not that bad to me. I mean, you could have put a whole lot more thought and effort to make it all the more creative, but I do think Neverland is actually not that bad for sure. And yeah, part of me actually wish it kind of looked like something out of a National Geographic documentary for sure, just about all these scenery and landscaping and stuff, but yeah, I think I will have to say it's not that bad to me, and I do think it's actually quite nice for sure. So, however, I do think, if anything, I do kind of felt the film's tone and stuff could have been a whole lot more brighter and stuff, and yeah, I mean, at first I wasn't actually thrilled on, of course, the idea of a dark and gritty version of Peter Pan, but yeah, maybe I think it could have been a little bit more bright and colorful as I thought it would go for sure. So, but hey, maybe I think it's just me talking for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say for, of course, that front for the visuals and the effects, as well as the film's tone for sure. So yeah. Alright, and of course, going back on subject for sure, pretty much of anything, the direction from this film by the film's director, and I should note this is done by the same guy who did actually do the Peach Dragon remake, which, again, I thought was actually really good. I will admit, it's not that bad to me, but yeah, maybe I think with a little bit much better of direction from what I'm actually seeing, it could have actually worked a whole lot better, but hey, I think it's alright to me, and nothing really anything to be all that more gripping or fantastic, nor even that god-awful for sure, but yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say for, of course, that front for sure, so yeah. Alright, so I guess to pretty much of anything to finish off for sure, pretty much of anything, going back on subject, the next thing I should mention is, of course, the cinematography, and I will admit, I'm rather split down the middle of course, the cinematography. I mean, it does actually provide some really good camera shots from what I'm seeing, but others I just kind of thought were, of course, a little bit off-putting to me, and I just kind of felt doesn't fit well to, of course, what I'm actually seeing, and of course, however, the one thing I can actually give credit that it did come back with for sure is some really, really nice editing, I have to say, as of course this film is cut up really, really well through some fantastic editing for sure. So yeah, I guess that's one thing I can actually give this film credit for, and yeah, I think if anything, it's pretty much everything that I can say for, of course, this film, and most importantly, well, I will admit it does actually do a fine job in carrying out the spirit of course, the original story and the anime feature film both at the same time. But at the same time, though, I just kind of thought was a little bit off-putting, and could have actually worked out a few kinks to actually make it all the more fantastic for sure. But hey, maybe I think it's just me talking for sure. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so I guess overall, Peter Pan and Wendy, I mean, I'll give it credit, it's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. In fact, I was already expecting something much worse for sure, but I guess if anything, it's not really that great either, so I guess all I got is, of course, somewhere in between for sure, which, yeah, some parts of it did work well, but other times I just kind of thought it was a little bit off-putting for sure, so and it really does suck for me to say this because, yeah, if anything, maybe I think with the right amount of stuff, or of course some rewrites or touch-ups here and there, I think we would have gotten a much better movie all around, so yeah, I know it's probably just me talking. I mean, I know for sure I wasn't actually really excited to actually see it for sure. In fact, yeah, if anything, based on the trailers, I thought I was going to get a much, probably a much worse flick all around, but hey, I'm glad I didn't, but I'm still glad I saw it, but I do think it could have worked a whole lot better, so yeah. And yeah, I think it is such a shame for me to say it because I do like some of the stuff that I actually do like in, of course, this film, so yeah. I guess either way, it's not really as bad as I thought it would be, but it's not really that great either. But I know hands down the original anime, yeah, the original Peter Pan that Disney has done for sure on top of course, their anime feature films, I know I will still love and admire for sure. So yeah, if you are looking for something that does represent pretty much the spirit of Disney's Peter Pan in its entirety, then yeah, I think this remake is, of course, a harmless one to check out for sure. So yeah, I know it'll definitely catch several people's eyes pretty well, but for me, I don't think it'll actually be something worth flying to Neverland to for sure, so yeah, not really that great, but thank God not as terrible as I thought it would be, so, but yeah, I guess I'm somewhere in between, of course, this one, which, yeah, is probably the best way I can actually say for sure, so yeah, and of course, for my final score, yeah, I think I might as well give this movie a 5.5 out of 10 for sure. So yeah, not really that great or even that terrible, but it's somewhere in between for sure. So yeah, like I said, I think maybe with a few touch-ups here and there, I think we would have gotten a much better flick for sure. So, but hey, I guess it's pretty much what we got for now, so yeah. Does have some good stuff in it, but I don't think it'll be actually worth flying to Neverland to, just to say that you don't want to grow up for sure, so yeah. That's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that, so yeah, I guess if anything, if you do want to check it out for yourself, then by all means, it's on Disney Plus right now. So I say it's probably a harmless one to check out. But if you have already seen it, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought about it for sure. Do you think you actually really enjoy it all the way, or do you think it's absolutely terrible, or are you somewhere in between like I am? I would definitely love to know. So yeah, I guess it's what I can say on that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and, well, I definitely know next month I will, of course, dive into that live-action Little Mermaid remake for sure, and boy, I'm not looking forward to that one for sure. I mean, yeah, I do have about one or two films to go see before that actually happens, so I guess that'll be something for me to do until then, so yeah, I guess right up until next month for the live-action Little Mermaid remake, all I can say is thank you guys so much for watching, and pray for me, people. Pray for me. Bye. Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427 The Thomas Fan 1 Productions,
for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, Ackley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and the releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and showing support to me on both of my wish lists on Amazon and Right Stuff Anime, and even supporting me with my link on Streamlabs that you can find on my Twitch page. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.